GDF Platform Operations Training video. This video is a visual step-by-step guide for deploying the PFS 3000W toilet platform. Continuing on from initial setup, ensure platform is on even and stable ground. The PFS 3000W can easily be deployed by a recommended minimum of 2 people wearing appropriate PPE. Before full deployment can begin, ensure all straps and fixing points are free and removed. Opening up the rear or technical area of the platform and removing the accessories first provides an easier area to work with.
Stabilization of the platform. First, locate and remove the stabilization legs from the accessories drawer in the chassis of the platform. Place one leg in front of each ISO corner of the platform, making sure to keep each foot on the same side of the platform when set up. At the same time, take out the 30mm ratchet spanner, 30mm wrench, and spirit level to assist with the installation. To install, slide the end piece into the hole of the ISO post and turn the clamping pin 90 degrees either way to lock the foot in. Tighten the nut with the 30mm wrench and make sure it's secure before moving on to the next corner. Once all stabilizing legs are locked into the platform, take the 30mm ratchet spanner and turn the adjustment thread on each leg evenly on each side of the platform until it's been raised at least 115mm from the ISO corner down, as marked on the side of the spirit level. As to not damage the thread on the legs while raising the platform, work in increments of around 50mm. Make sure the platform is level, then store all tools back in the accessories drawer. Releasing the exterior storage covers. To start off the exterior covers, first unhook the shock cord lengths from the hooks around the bottom of the platform. Next, undo the straps from the buckles along the middle of the platform, and then undo the straps for the corners. Repeat for all sides.
Opening the rear. Release the top door by pressing the buttons on the handles and lifting the door upwards. Press the buttons on the handles again to open the lower doors, exposing the platform's generator and Blackwater systems. Removing the generator. In the technical area of the platform, you'll find both the generator and water pump. The generator is always stored here in the middle shelf section. Undo and remove the ratchet strap securing the generator in place and remove the unit from the shelf. Removing the water pump and accessories box. On the upper shelf area to the right of the generator is the storage area for the water pump and small accessories box. Undo the strap securing the accessories box in place, and finally undo the strap holding the water pump and pull the pump forward. Reach back to remove the strap hook from the fastener point and set the unit to the side. Setting up the warning light. At the rear of the platform, remove the magnetized warning light on the side of the control box and reapply it to somewhere easily seen and out of the way of any work being performed. Unravel the required amount of wire from the light and feed it through the covered hole in the side of the technical area. Pull the wire around to the side of the control box and plug it into the highlighted socket. Note that the plug is directional and will only fit into the socket one way.
Connecting to power. On the left-hand side of the technical area, in the chassis of the platform, is the inlet connection for the power to the system. The PFS 3000W can be connected to either a mains power supply or to the provided diesel generator. Simply remove the power cord from the blue accessories box, attach to the inlet and secure in place with the threaded cap. Plug the other end of the cord to either the main supply or the generator. Attaching the earth stake. The earth stake for the toilet platform is located in the technical area next to the generator storage shelf. Simply remove the stake and move down to the electrical outlets of the outside of the platform. Undo the wing nut in the top left-hand corner of the outlet area and slide the end tab of the braided line onto the threaded pole. Tighten the wing nut securely to ensure the earth stake doesn't slip off. Connecting to the generator. If the platform is being connected to the generator for its power, and once the generator has been removed from the technical area, check the unit before starting. First, connect the other end of the power cable to the plug in the end of the generator and secure in place with a threaded cap. Then, ensure the earth stake of the generator is installed into the ground. Lift the lid of the unit to reveal the small fuel tank and check the level. Top up if necessary, then replace the cap. Check the oil level of the engine with the small dipstick in the side, and again top up if necessary. Replace the dipstick. To start the generator, give a sharp, quick pull on the pull cord while anchoring the unit down so it doesn't jump around upon startup. Whether connected to mains or the now running generator, toilet platform now has power and deployment can continue. Opening the awnings. To open the awnings, push back against the awning itself slightly to take the weight, then remove the clevis pin from the lock pin and slide out, swinging down the holding bracket all at once. Let the awning come out slightly and let it sit there. Be sure to replace the locking pin into the bracket for ease of storage. Repeat this process for all sides. Deploying the walkway supports. In the same accessories drawer as the stabilization legs, locate the square key used for unlocking the walkway supports. Simply unlock the support with the key, swing out, and lock into position with the key again. Repeat for all supports on all sides.
Lowering the platform floors. Now the technical area has been cleared, move around to lower the platform floors. Similar to the laundry, kitchen, and shower platforms, make sure the platform supports are out and locked, then lower the floor one side at a time. It should be noted that at least 2 people must lower the floors together as they are heavy. Once all sides are down, remove the shock cord hook from the step and lift to fold out on each side. The platform should now look like this.
Attaching a water supply. At the front 2 corners of the platform are both the evacuation point of the grey water from the sinks and the inlet for a fresh water supply. The front left has a cold water inlet and outlet, but for connecting this platform to a water supply, the cold water inlet is all that's needed. It's recommended here that one person holds the platform floors up while the other connects the water for ease of access. You will find all hoses needed for this step in one of the cubicles. Regardless if the platform is being connected to the city main supply or the provided water pump, a 10-meter flexible hose will attach to the inlet connection. Simply remove the cap and fix the end fitting to the inlet securely. On the other side of the platform, where the grey water evacuation is, remove the cap and attach the semi-rigid 10-metre hose to the grey water outlet. Once all hoses are connected, remove the hatch at the front of the platform underneath where the sinks will go, and turn the furthest to the right valve on to open the water supply. Connecting to the water pump. If there are no mains water supply outlets available, the provided water pump must be used. The water pump, which was removed from the technical area earlier, is powered off the platform itself. Plug the cord from the water pump into the outlet next to where the power inlet for the platform is, in the bottom left-hand corner of the technical area. Secure the cord with the threaded cap. Next, connect the water supply suction hose to the pump. All hoses for the platform are located in one of the cubicles, which are now accessible after lowering the platform floors. Remove the black, semi-rigid suction hose and connect it to the inlet on the water pump. The other end of this hose will go into your clean waters reserve. Now, attach the lay-flat water supply hose to the top of the pump. This hose connects to the platform as the main water supply line. The pump must now be primed before starting up. Priming the water pump. Before each use of the water pump, it is important to correctly prime it so the system will operate properly. The valve at the bottom of the pump here is the drainage point. Ensure the valve is closed. Then, open the top valve of the pump, insert the funnel, and fill with water until overflowing. Then close the filling valve again. Turn the switch for the pump on and hold down the reset button on the control screen for a few seconds. If the pump stops, repeat the process of switching off and on again and holding the reset button. If the pump runs, it is now ready to use and the platform will start taking on water. Getting to know the technical area. The rear of the platform, also known as the technical area, contains the main function systems of the entire platform. Starting in the top left corner with 1 is the control box, containing the electrical components for all systems on board. Next to the control box, labelled 2, is the dosatron. The dosatron injects biological product into the water with each flush. Number 3 is the 14-litre bioproduct tank, linked up to the dosatron and black water tank. The black water tank is labelled here as 4 and has a capacity of 1,000 litres. The crusher system, marked as 5, is a vacuum on demand system that connects each toilet to the black water tank under extreme vacuum pressure. Finally, the gravity draining point for the black water tank, number 6 in the diagram, is located in the bottom right-hand corner. The control box. The control box houses all the electrical components and main fuses of the entire platform. Once the platform is connected to power, either from main supply or the provider generator, the on indicator, marked 1, will light up. The screen at the top of the control box, marked 2, is the system's display screen. Here, you will be notified of the level of water on board the platform, the overall water temperature, the amount of bioproduct in the tank, and a lack of water indicator. You will also find a readout of usage data in the data menu in the top right-hand corner of the screen. The data menu will show counters of total operating time of platform in hours, total water consumption in cubic meters, crusher or vacuumerator hour meter, water pump hour meter, number of crusher starts, and number of water pump starts. Finally, the maintenance menu, found next to the data menu, shows parameters from previous screens that can be reset. Instant water flow in litres per minute, reset for water consumption in litres, reset for crusher hour meter, and the reset for water pump hour meter. Number 3 on the control box is the push button emergency stop. Numbers 4 and 5 are the light switches for the cubicles and above the sinks at the front of the platform. The display at the bottom, marked 6, is the control panel for the crusher system. It shows a high and low level indicator for the black water tank, the the on and off power switch, and the start-stop button to run the crusher draining. The dosatron system. The dosatron is a precision dosing and mixing system connected directly to the water supply and bioproduct tank. It uses no power, instead relying on the flow of water to take up the required amount of bioproduct and inject it into the water. When the platform is not in use, the dosatron must be configured as shown in stage 1, with both valves turned off to the left. For both filling the black water tank to the minimum level and draining the dosatron at decommissioning, the dosatron must have both valves open, seen here in stage 2. Finally, for normal operation of the dosatron system, the top valve must be open and the bottom closed. The crusher system. The crusher system, or vacuumerator, provides the toilets with pressure for flushing. The system installed in the platform is vacuum on demand, meaning it will create the pressure as needed. Vacuum toilets use a minimal amount of water, so the onboard crusher system is as efficient as possible for out in the field. If the crusher viewing window has no water in it during use, or on regular deployment of the platform, the crusher must be primed. To prime the crusher, use the hole on the top left to fill with water, shown here. Simply remove the plug, open the valve, fill with water, and close up. The whole system is then controlled by the screen at the control box. Filling the bioproduct tank. The bioproduct tank, located in the bottom left-hand corner of the technical area, must be filled with special biologic product for the toilets before startup. Simply undo the cap, fill with the product, the tank has a 14-litre capacity, and replace the cap again. Filling the black water tank. The orange valves of the crusher should still be closed and the blue valve open, so next, open both valves on the dosatron. This will allow the black water tank to fill with clean water. Fill the tank until the low water level indicator turns off, then shut off the bottom valve of the dosatron. Note, the minimum water level warning turns off at about 10% capacity of the whole black water tank, so around 100 litres. It is critical to fill the tank to this minimum level in order for the crusher and toilet systems to work. Be sure to flush each toilet until water appears in the bowls to prime the whole system.
Raising the roof. This is a view of the side of the control box in the technical area of the platform. For both raising and lowering the roof with electrical assistance, the switch to control the direction is highlighted here. Turn and hold this switch to the right. This is the hydraulic pump, located to the right of the control box. There are two handles on the pump. Number 1 is the selector lever for the direction of the roof. Hold the lever up to raise the roof and down to lower it. Directly next to the selector is the manual pump, marked number 2. If you are instead raising the roof manually, hold the direction selector up and pump the manual handle until the roof is fully raised. For this demonstration, we'll be raising the roof under electrical assistance. With the switch on the control box turned and held to the right, and the selector on hydraulic pump held up, the roof will now start to rise. Hold both switch and selector until the roof is fully raised. Then release the switch on the control box before the direction selector on the pump. Setting up the guardrails. The guardrails for the sides of the platform are stored in the rear of the platform in both bottom corners. Pull the guardrail out of the platform carry it over to its respective side. Release the Velcro straps and swing out the legs of the guardrail and slide into position on the edge of the platform floor. Repeat the same on the opposite side of the platform. Locating and installing the front guardrail. On the PFS 3000W, The front guardrail is stored on the holders above the sink area towards the front of the platform. Release the straps on either end of the guardrail to free it from the holders. Then lift out, undo the Velcro straps, and slot into the floor edge like the side rails earlier. Securing and extending the roof supports. With the guardrails in place, step up onto the platform and lift the wings of the roof slightly and swing up the arms of the guardrail. Each arm will have a short locating pin on top that slots into the hole in either corner of the roof wing. Rest the wing on the locating pin, release the button stops at the base of the arm, and slide the extendable arm until it locks into place. Lock the arms into position with the spring clasp and repeat for all other sides. Locating and installing the rail support bars. Accessories for the body of the platform can be found stored inside the cubicles. Find the bag containing the rail support and red upright poles and remove the two small green crossbars. These slide in between the end of the guardrail and main body on both sides and lock into place with pop buttons. Locating and installing cubicle door poles. In the same bag as the small rail supports, you'll find 6 red poles. Remove the poles and slide them into the holes found on the outer edge of each cubicle door. Pull the loose material of the door around the red upright and fold the end back onto itself and seal with the strips of Velcro. Repeat with each cubicle door. Installing the sinks. Stored inside the cubicles, find the 2 bags containing the sinks. Come around to the front of the platform where the taps are and first remove the access cover by releasing the handle catch. Set aside and reach up towards the guardrail holder on the inside of the wash station wall. Push in the pop button and remove the guardrail holder from the outside and store it in the access area. Replace the access cover and remove the sink from its bag. Using the hole the guardrail holder came out of, line up each arm of the sink and slide in, holding down the push buttons to fully secure the sink into position. Pulling out cubicle steps. Each cubicle has an individual step for ease of access. To deploy these steps, simply pull up until the step stops, then lower it into place, pivoting on its axle. Repeat for all 6 cubicle steps. Securing material roof extensions. Around the edges of the roof wings, the material cover of the platform is now hanging down as a starting point for attaching the exterior walls. Whether the platform is being used with or without the exterior walls, the excess roof material must be secured. First, in either rear corner of the platform walkway, pull the edge upwards to the 2 belt buckle straps in a wedge shape. Secure these belt straps, then move down to the corner entry point. Here, on either side of the opening, are 2 Velcro straps that wrap around the guardrail upright support. Seal the side and opening flaps with the Velcro strips, then pull the small Velcro strap around the support and seal. Repeat on each guardrail upright at the walkway openings. Once all corners are secure, roll the bottom of each material side up to their respective belt buckles and loop through to hold the roll in place. Be sure not to roll up the outer flap of the material roof, as this is where the exterior walls zip onto. Repeat for both the front and opposite side.
Locating and attaching the platform walls. As with the other accessories, the external walls for the platform are stored in the cubicles on board. Locate the walls and start with either sides before attaching the front. The toilet platform differs from the others in that it only has 3 walls to attach to the roof. Given where the walkway ends, the walls on the toilet platform are side-specific, so pay attention to the diagrams printed on each wall before setting them up. Lay the wall on a flat surface and, with another person, open up the wall so the lighter green side is facing upwards. Lift at either end of the zipper and move towards the correct side of the platform based on the diagram on the wall. Have one person hold up the platform wall while the other starts off the zip, and continue for the whole length of the wall. Securing the corner. Where the end of the wall meets the platform, a strap through the edge of the canvas walls holds it in place under tension. Attach the bottom of the strap to the hook at the bottom of the platform and loop the top through the hook in the top corner. Then fasten the strap and tighten. Stick the Velcro strip between the zip and strap down to seal the end of the wall off. Securing the walls. Where the guardrails meet up with the canvas are several Velcro straps to hold the wall in place. Undo these straps and secure them around the guardrail uprights and crossbar and tighten. Inside the bottom length of the platform walls is a length of shock cord that secures to the floor on either side to keep tension. Rolling up the doorways. The doorways of the platform walls must be rolled back out of the way when not closed. With 2 people, simply roll up the doorway with the light green side of the material on the inside and secure next to the guardrail upright with the Velcro straps. When the front wall is attached, repeat this on the other half of the door. The PFS 3000W is now deployed.